Hello everyone, and welcome to our first ever mini-series video. So since this is our first video, I wanted to start with something super basic. So we're going to talk about where do you need to start when you want to write a book. So let's get into it. Say one day you wake up and you decide that you want to write a book. And you tell yourself, where do I start? What do I do? Should I start writing my characters? Should I start writing my book? And you're so extra, and you're all extra about it, and you're worried, and you're nervous, and you don't know where to start. This video is for you. And even if you just want to know how to write a book, this video is also for you. Actually, it would probably be more for you than for the other guy. So the first thing you need to do when you start making your book is deciding what it'll be about. Because, hey, if your book is about nothing, it's going to be a very, very boring book. Like, I'm going to tell you, if I see a book and it's called "This Book is About Nothing," and the description says, "This book is about nothing," and inside the book it says, "This book is about nothing," I am not going to read it. So, you need to decide what it's about. While you're doing this, try to describe what your book is about in one phrase. Don't try writing a whole chapter describing what your book is about. It's going to waste your time, and the other person that wants to read your book will not waste his time to read that whole chapter to know what the book he's holding in his hands is about. So, for example, say I have a book idea, write it in one phrase, short and sweet. So let's say a boy loses his dog and travels to multiverse to find him. See? One phrase for an entire book, no matter how many pages your book has. Short and sweet is always the answer, is the message I'm trying to deliver here, because sometimes people try to write too long descriptions and are more involved in the descriptions than they are in the actual book. So try to keep it one phrase. Next, you're going to have to start developing the settings. The settings are the date and time the book takes place in, where it takes place, and how long is the book's timeline. You can have more than one option in each category. For example, the book about the boy who lost his dog takes place in both LA, which is on Earth, and a random planet in another universe. Because if I would say it takes only place in LA, that wouldn't make sense because it clearly says in the description he travels the multiverse. And if I would say it's only in the multiverse, that wouldn't make sense either because in the beginning the boy lives in LA. So you can have more than one option. Once you finish this setting, it's time to get into the fun part, my personal favorite part of making a book, character development. Basically, all you have to do is decide how fat your character is, what's his name, his strength, his weaknesses, and any other thing that makes a person a person. For me, this is the easiest step of the writing journey. I love making characters, even if it's just for fun. Like, if I have a pen and paper and I have free time, I'll start dribbling on my paper and just writing nonsense and creating characters. That's what I like doing. Okay, so now you know what your book is about, where and when it takes place, and who your characters are and what kind of personalities they have. What's the next step? Using Freytag's pyramid. What is Freytag's pyramid? Well, we're only almost 4 minutes here, so I don't really have time to explain this because I said this was short videos for people who don't have much time. Like I said, short and sweet is the answer. So, we will talk about Freytag's pyramid, what it is and how to use it in our next video, which will come out on Thursday, April 6th, 2023. Don't forget to check out our TikTok and subscribe to our channel. You can also email us at wonderwriters20@hotmail.com if you have any questions or have any ideas for future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye everyone and see you next week.